Hey guys, what's going on? Joslyn Davis here for Clever TV, hanging out with none other than Mia Maestro, who you guys are soon going to get to see in the Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 1. Congratulations. Are you as excited as we are?
Yeah, I'm super excited. I can't wait for the movie, and I have a song in the film as well. So I think that's what makes me the most excited.
I mean, that's a really big deal because there are so many people involved in the movies that are musicians as well as actors, but this is like a really hard soundtrack to get into.
Yeah, it's a beautiful soundtrack curated by Alexandre Pastavas and also by our director, Will Condon. And I was just so honored to be part of it because, as we all know, the soundtrack has this humongous reach all over the world. So just to know that your song is just going to be heard by so many people, it's quite unique and special.
Yeah, very exciting. So how did it come about exactly that your music was, put into the running for the soundtrack?
Well, I was working on my album when we were filming Breaking Dawn 1 and 2. So Bill Condon overheard that I was just going back and forth with my producer in Iceland, Valgeir Sigurdsson, over emails.
Iceland?
Yeah.
How cool.
Yeah, we recorded in Iceland last year with an incredible group of musicians. Thomas Bartlett, Ben Frost, Shazad Ismaili, Nico Muley did the arrangements, which is an incredible musician. And so Bill just overheard that I was doing a record, and the production let me go to record the arrangements at what time. So everyone was kind of like in the know. And then Bill heard the songs, the record, and really loved it, and said that he was going to see if any of the songs would be a good match with some of the scenes, and it happened. So I think it was Bill's fault, and also and Alexandra's just nod to it. So.
That is so exciting. I mean, it's exciting enough to be in a movie franchise like this, but what was your reaction when you found out the song made it in?
I was more excited to be in the soundtrack than when I landed.
Why do you say? Tell.
I think when I write my own music and I write the songs, I think about them, they're my lyrics, they're my own stories, so I'm 100% responsible for them. So creatively, they're like a little bit like children.
Babies.
Yeah. So it just feels like, it's there, and it's what I did, something that I created with my producer, with Valgeir. So it's quite special, and I think it's like a new love. I've been singing all my life, but my album is coming out next year, so it's exciting and new, and acting, I've been doing it for a long time and I love it as well, but somehow music right now has a special place in my heart.
That's very exciting. So we have to talk about the movie a little bit as well. I actually saw it. You look
you?
beautiful in the movie. Talk to me a little bit about like your costumes for the movie and what it was like just being on set throughout the wedding, especially.
It was really, really nice. It was like being in a real wedding. Everyone was super nervous, and we couldn't see Kristen's dress, and there was this whole drama about the dress, and a picture getting leaked on the internet, and paparazzis, and we were shooting in this beautiful, beautiful part of British Columbia, the woods. We had a river just running through the whole scene, and next to the Cullen's house, and there were people like paparazzi trying to get into the wedding, like dressed as divers and just like going underwater. It was like this whole like SWAT situation. So it was exciting. It was fun. It was freezing. It was really cold, and we all had like skimpy dresses.
Always,
and the weather didn't cooperate completely, but then it did. But at the beginning, it was a little bit scary. And it was the last scene that we shot, and we had been together for me for 6 months. It felt like 6 years, but for the guys, it was like 5 years of just
very emotional.
So many people just grew together doing this movie. So it was quite special.
So what would you say, these people, like you mentioned, have been working together for several years. What were you surprised by when you joined? Was it like being at school? You're the new kid. What was the vibe like when you came on set?
Well, it was quite interesting because it's not that I came in by myself. We were a bunch. We were like 40 new vampires, and we're like, hey, like we're the new kids. Yeah. We're here to stay, and it was just fun. I think it took a little bit just for all of us to get to know each other because we were so many.
Right. Exactly.
But I just can't wait to see everyone on Monday.
At
It's
the
gonna be-
premiere.
yeah.
We are so excited. We're going to be there covering. So we'll look for you. Last question, Breaking Dawn Part 2. We're already thinking about it because that's how obsessed we are.
Yeah.
What are we going to see from your character that you're excited for people to see?
Well, there's a really nice sequence when the Cullens just come with Renesmee to the Denali's house in Alaska, and somehow it's the introduction to society of Renesmee. So you'll get to see that, and then you'll get to see just the whole story develop and, you know, unravel somehow into the big battle. There's some great new characters, like Lee Pace's character, Garrett, and you'll get to see a lot more of my husband, Elisar, and my sisters, Maggie Grace, the Denali sisters, Miana, and Casey, who plays Kate. So it's exciting. I mean, you see the world of the vampires just come together. So that's what you can expect from Breaking Dawn 2.
Very cool. Well, congratulations on everything, the soundtrack, the movie. We will be staying posted on everything. So you guys make sure to stick with Clever TV for all the latest. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.